Hello everyone. It is a great pleasure to welcome you back to Brandibay Fashion for a unique experience filled with emotion and creativity. Make yourself comfortable and let yourself be carried away by the magic of the moment. Today, I am taking you to the heart of ALAINPAUL's Spring-Summer 2026 fashion show, presented during Paris Fashion Week. Believe me, what you are about to witness will challenge your very conception of the traditional runway show. Before your eyes, ALAINPAUL's catwalk is transformed into a true contemporary theater stage, where each appearance reinvents the rules of the conventional show. Here, there are no clear boundaries. The designer, inspired by his background as a dancer and his artistic experiences, orchestrates a hybrid performance. The audience, in the unexpected role of attentive jury, witnesses a full-scale audition. A subtle interplay between vulnerability and creative power unfolds. The intensity of the artistic process is palpable with each silhouette. The arrival of dancers Germain, Louvet and Adrien Dantou alongside the models brings a very special dynamic. Movements are elongated, gestures blend with posture, attitudes tell as much as the clothes themselves. Through this living choreography, ALAINPAUL blurs the lines between rehearsal studio and catwalk, placing the spectator at the very heart of the creative process. The creations themselves are simply fascinating. From the very first looks, one perceives this soaring Victorian spirit that permeates the collection. White jackets sculpted at the waist to create an hourglass shape. Skirts with multiple overlapping veils evoke the lightness of a period costume reimagined with modernity. The cuts are bold, shifted collars, jackets enhanced with satin inlays, subtly undone corsets. Each piece bears the mark of a sharp tailoring instinct, yet never appears stiff. I particularly appreciate the way ALAINPAUL manages to infuse a poetic momentum without sacrificing any sophistication. The floral prints, vivid poppies and delicate carnations, soften the austerity of the structured cuts. Airy motifs appear across layered fabrics, while elastic ribbons designed by Cecile Filchenfeld add an utterly irresistible tactile and couture dimension. These details invite you to gaze and almost physically feel the material. Observe closely how the play of contrast is expressed. Trompe-l'oeil skirts with visible belts and delicately slipped bloomers under light trench coats create a constant dialogue between assertive structure and airy fluidity. The styling highlights a kind of harmonious plurality. The ensembles evoke ballet in its hypnotic repetition. Each silhouette reinforces the previous one in a vibrant accumulation. What I truly love about this collection, and I am certain it will captivate you as well, is the skillful balance between the conceptual and the tangible. Despite the show's highly considered nature, we remain grounded in everyday life thanks to impeccable suits, refined silk polos, and those tops in strikingly sculptural leather volumes. Accessories are not left out. Admire this slingback pump directly inspired by a dancer's slipper. A true favorite. ALAINPAUL does not stop there. He also incorporates an eco-responsible dimension with the recycling of leather and the intelligent use of reinterpreted vintage pieces. This results in a modern collection, yet deeply rooted in the spirit of the times, accessible without ever compromising on stylistic standards. This runway show is much more than a seasonal presentation. It is a moment for reflection on what performance means today. Less focused on pure spectacle, it invites everyone to question their own relationship with creation, a powerful message that resonates far beyond the runway. Dear fashion enthusiasts, allow yourselves to be carried away by this unique experience. Dare to observe every detail with curiosity. This show may well awaken in you a new way of understanding fashion, not merely as a simple trend, but as a living space for both personal and collective expression. In conclusion, ALAINPAUL's fashion show is a powerful artistic statement that invites us to rethink the boundaries of fashion. While the whole may at times unsettle with its boldness, it remains an immersive experience rich in emotion, much like those performances that leave a lasting impression on our memory. I warmly thank you for following this review. I hope this deep dive behind the scenes of creation has captivated you. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this show. Were you won over by the boldness and poetry of the silhouettes? I wish you an excellent viewing experience for the rest of the show. To end on an anecdotal note, did you know that in his early days, Yves Saint Laurent attended ballets at the Paris Opera to draw inspiration for his first collections? It just goes to show that fashion and dance have always formed an inseparable duo. I look forward to seeing you again very soon, dear enthusiasts, for new journeys into the heart of creation. See you soon, and thank you again for your loyalty.